She lost her way, although she stays, she's never yours. She doesn't breathe, she doesn't leave when she's with you. She scratches red and cuts too deep, there's nothing left to do. The world inside she sees is all in black, trapped inside a ball. The world inside she sees is always gray, trapped inside a ball. The world inside where light never comes in, trapped inside a ball. Distant again, trying to get closer to you. You always go back to the place of black and blue.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Come on in. It's the Cassidy The Cardslinger show here on My Psychic Connection, and I'm so excited to be here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Happy Thursday, happy Friday, depending on where you are in the world. I am really looking forward to tonight. We're going to jump right in here. So what are we doing here tonight? I am doing free readings and I am doing paid readings. So if you're interested in getting a reading here tonight, come on in, say hello. You know, you can tell me where you're from, but also what I need from you is your question. If you're interested in getting a reading, I do need from you a specific question. If you are interested in a bit more information, the free readings are only limited to 2 minutes. And if you want a bit more information, like I said there, or if you're interested in, multiple questions, or you have a big complex situation, or you want to jump that list, you could jump right to the top of the list through the donation link, which will be floating around in the chat there as well. So with those specific questions, what that means is I need a little bit of context. I need to know what it is that you want to know. If you're asking about someone, who is this person? Is this your boss? Is this a love interest? Do you want to know about how a particular situation is going to go? So if you're interested in a general reading, I will shuffle you over to our website. So you can head on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com. General readings can take place over there, but I will limit those off of the show tonight because they can go in all sorts of directions. I don't want to be airing out anybody's business here on the show. So we will keep that limited here tonight. A couple other things I will not be touching on this evening include legal readings or medical readings. So these include anything surrounding physical health, anything surrounding pregnancy readings, how will my court case go, anything like that. Please find the correct professional for you to help you with those questions and get the advice and guidance that you need from them. The other thing, if you're interested in a mediumship reading, you can check out the website or one of the other shows throughout the week, but I will not be offering psychic mediumship readings, I should say, tonight. So, guys, I'm really excited to be here. It's going to be a wonderful night. I didn't ask, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 decks on my table here tonight. So I'll be ready to go ahead and answer all of your beautiful questions. And I will mention as well, so $1 of every donation this month is going to support the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So do keep that in mind. As we receive donations, we also pass that love on as well. There are 3 options for donated readings. There's the quick reading, or the mini reading, or the mega reading. So the mini and the quick readings are limited to one topic, I will say. And the mega readings, if you've got, 2 questions, or you've got a big complex situation, you want to ask a follow-up question. And as I said, all of those donation options will jump you to the front of the line, and the mega reading jumps you to the front of even the donation line. So we'll also be playing some games tonight, so you'll have a chance to win a couple of special, interesting readings here with a couple of decks that I typically don't read with, or they're a little bit special in their nature. So check those out. They are coming up a little bit later on. We will do the yes or no game around the halfway mark. So check out that and get your yes or no questions ready as well. And I will also open the gates on the emoji contest. So if you are interested in winning a special reading with me here tonight, live on the show, whoever sends the most emojis throughout the duration of the show will go ahead and win that reading. So whoever sends, like I said, the most emojis, and it doesn't matter which emoji. I particularly like the pretty ones, the hearts, the smiles, the little octopus, things like that. But any emojis will do. The wonderful folks in the back are going to keep track of that. So good luck to everyone out there. I can see the emojis already flying in. And do please, like this video wherever it is that you're watching. Share us out far and wide. We are trying to grow our community and reach as many people as possible. And make sure you're subscribed, particularly to our YouTube channel. You can head on over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection, and you'll find this blue tree logo. And if you're listening to me somewhere where you can't ask a question, you can do that as well. Find us over on YouTube, ask your questions there, and do subscribe because we've got just tons of content that comes out every single day. Like every day, we've got our weekly live shows every night, Monday through Thursday, and there's just anything that you could need for all of your spiritual needs over on that channel. So, all right, guys, I am excited, and I will also say we are streaming on over 190 platforms. So we are taking questions from all over the place. Do please be patient as I make it through your questions. I will get to as many folks as I can. And if you don't want to wait, darlings, that donation link will be floating around there in the chat. So with all of that said and done, I'll go ahead and take my first question. Who have we got to start the show tonight? We have Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Gemma says, oh, Gemma, my goodness, my cards are flying all over the place for you. Gemma says, Adam and I are wanting to go on short trips or vacations. I don't think it will be this year as I'm having surgery and recovering. But do you think it will happen next year or maybe the year after that? All right, so you're interested in going on short trips or vacations with Adam and seeing if that happens potentially next year or the year after that. Let's take a look here. Okay, awesome. So within the first year, I did just lay, and I know you had said you're not necessarily considering it being this year. I've got the King of Pentacles in reverse here for the first year. So starting out over the next year, it certainly does seem a little bit more staying close to home, staying a little more locally. It doesn't mean that short trips can't take place, but they don't seem to be too far from home, or flights or long distance travel, things like that. Going on to look at next year, so that would be 2025, if you can believe it, we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. So that card is certainly showing me more movement, and it's actually, this is a very cute little card because you have a man and a woman there sitting on the top with their drinks raised as they are heading out over the clouds to somewhere that looks a little bit more exciting. So I definitely do see the opportunity to take like you said, a short vacation or a short trip, the two of you, in 2025. Likely it does seem to be the planning though. With that King of Pentacles showing up for this year, setting the plans in place while you may not be actually traveling yourself over the next year. It looks like you will be planning this year for that trip to take place next year for the two of you. And continuing on with that, it does honestly, it seems like that does spark something in the relationship for the two of you to continue to take little trips and things like that together. My final card in the string here, I've got the Two of Cups in reverse. And that is really showing, finding a groove that really works for the two of you and continuing to explore places. I don't know if one of you or both of you are like a foodie, someone who likes to experience the food and the drink of the local area, but finding a shared passion for travel, I will say. So that is all I have time for you there, my dear, but I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for your wonderful question, and I really wish you good luck. Do we have any travelers in the house? If anybody here, I love to travel myself. I don't get to do it quite as often as I would like, but I travel as much as I get the chance to. Tell me your favorite travel destination. Where do you like to go? Are you someone, also are you people, like there's two buckets of people, right? There's someone who travels somewhere and then they like to go back to that particular place over and over again. Or there's people who are a different type of adventurous and never want to go to the same place until they've had a chance to explore many different places. So if there is somewhere that you've been in the world that was the best place that you've traveled to or the best place you've experienced, please let me know in the comments. I would love to see where people are going. Fellow travelers, what you have found beautiful, where has been a beautiful place to go, and may we all get to travel more this year and in the upcoming years. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch my decks, and I'll take my next question there, please. We have Haley. Hi, Haley. Haley says, hello, I caught John staring at me today a few times in class, and one stare looked more intense than the other. What was he thinking about me, and what was he thinking about me when he was looking at me today? He is a romantic interest. Haley, thank you. That is a beautifully worded question. I know what we're talking about. I know who we are asking about. John, the love interest. Let's take a look at what he was thinking about when he was taking a look at you in class. All right. Cute. That's very cute because it's neat the way that you said it. And the card that I have is the foundational energy here is the Hierophant. And you have two people with their heads down, not looking at each other while instruction is going on. So it definitely feels quite quite sweet in its nature of being in a place where maybe you're not normally looking at people or being distracted by other things, but sneaking a peek when you get the moment to. So that's quite cute. The first card I have down here, I've got the Two of Pentacles upright. So where are you at with him? Like, are you in conversations? Are you chatting? It feels like he's almost reliving or rethinking about something. Like, it doesn't seem to be a novel thought, but if you had a recent communication or conversation or some sort of interaction is what I want to say. It seems like he was reviewing that when he was looking at you and considering sort of what his next move is, what the next step is, where things are going to go. I don't necessarily feel that he's all the way committed at this particular moment in time. But I will say the last card in my string here, I've got the Nine of Pentacles that's come up upright. And in this particular deck, she is a rather alluring individual and certainly caught his attention in a romantic interest sort of way. And I know that he's a romantic interest to you, but looking through the lens on his side and how he was looking at you, I'm seeing that romantic interest flickering back. So I don't know if it was something that you were wearing today, but it seems to be that he was, I'm just going to say, checking you out. It was largely what that look was all about. It seems to be, he maybe didn't want you to see him. It seemed that there was a bit of a... So that is where I've got what I have found in the cards for you there, my dear. And thank you very much for your wonderful question. I do appreciate your trust with your question. And, good luck navigating that situation. That's really where, like, one of the ways that readings can be very helpful. And I brought this up before on shows, and I will say it again in case there's someone new out there listening to me today, is really helping to understand, where other people are at, how other people are, what they're thinking about us, how they are experiencing us, because not everyone is a great communicator, right? So that's one of the things that can be very helpful about getting a reading from any of the readers here on My Psychic Connection. But we can really help you understand, relationship dynamics, where someone else is coming from, if they are, if they're not able to communicate for one reason or another, if you're not communicating between the two of you, readings can help shed some light and shed some clarity on that situation. So I am having a great time, guys. Off to a wonderful start with some beautiful questions. I'll go ahead and take my next question, please. We have Love. Hello, Love. Love says, am I manifesting Egypt and maybe India this year? I hope to find a travel buddy. Ooh, talking about travel. Peru on my list for next year. Oh, that's so exciting. Congratulations. I mean, I'm maybe jumping the gun all the way on that. Squirrel says, I would love to go to Germany and Japan again, and I want to go to Vienna and visit my friend. Oh, I've never been to Japan. I've been to an airport in Germany, so I will say I've never been to Germany either. And Squirrel says, oh, in Canada. Yes, absolutely. Squirrel, come to Canada. Come visit. I do live in Canada. It is quite beautiful here. It's a little bit chilly this time of year, but I know it's certainly colder in other locations as well. But nevertheless, I will just mention, guys, too, if you are watching this live, please do share me out. Share me with your friends, family, anyone that you think could use a reading. We are here to help. I am here to help over the next hour. So bring me your questions. I would love to see them. All right. So the next question we have here is for Jasmine. Jasmine says, what is coming up for me regarding to business? All right, Jasmine, let's take a look at what I can see there. Or business aspect for you. And if you are here, my dear, do you own your own business? Are you asking more career oriented? If you'd like to color in the details on that, do let me know. Okay, cool, interesting. Both, and this can largely, I would say, speak to the space that you're in right now, and it also seems to extend in the short-term future here. I've got the Nine of Cups that's come up in reverse. So where you're asking about business, it doesn't seem to be, in a super bad way or in a super bad place right now or anything, but it does seem to have a bit of dissatisfaction. It feels like there's either not as much movement of product or sales, or we're just not reaching the targets or what you were expecting to happen at this point in your business. It is coming across as, not detrimental by any means, but just really not satisfying and not to your level of expectation at this particular time. But coming up, I actually have two pages that have come up in my spread here. I've got the Page of Swords that has come up upright, as well as the Page of Wands. So both of these are really, I would say, adding a much more refreshing energy to your business coming forward. My final card in the string here is Temperance Reverse. So I want to say, if there's any opportunity to partner with someone else, to pair with another individual, really make sure that whoever they are, that they blend with your vision for what you want for your business very well. There's almost a warning here to not take on guidance or advice or get too involved with someone who might not be a good blend or a good mix for your business going forward. But both of these two pages where you've asked major things that are coming up, it does seem to be the energy is very like light, fresh, but also I would say getting information that you. That is all I have time for you there, my dear. But if you're interested in any more information, the donation link will be floating around, and I'm happy to dive into that one a bit more because that little buzzer just, I swear, it gets quicker every time I do a reading on the show here. So thank you for your lovely question. Guys, I'm having a wonderful time here tonight. I'm going to pick up a couple of cards that flung right off of the deck into the floor here, but I'm ready to go. Journey is back, and Journey says, I would love to travel to all of the islands of the U.S. because I'm from Key West and grew up on an island. So to see what other island life is like would be awesome, or see what other island life would be awesome to me. That sounds so nice. I would do that too. I also grew up on an island, and I love island life. Any chance I get to travel to islands, that is for me personally one of the best travel experiences I've ever had. As I did last year, 2 years ago now. I did a bunch of islands in Greece, and that was really exceptional. So I have definitely got a big place in my heart for traveling islands. I would do that too. We should meet. Journey, maybe we could meet on an island sometime. One of those beautiful islands off of the U.S. So, excellent. Who have we got next on this beautiful list tonight? We have Love. Love says, hi, Cassidy. Is it please possible for you to describe the personality of my future husband, please, and thank you? Right, Love. Well, let's take a look at what I can get about this particular individual. If I can see anything describing the personality. I'll also take a look at really how this person will appear to you, and how you will know that it's them, or what to really look for in that long-term partner. Go. Okay, neat. Oh, this is really quite precious. So weaved into that question, she says, yes, sure. Weaved into that question, you asked about your future husband. And of course, I do want to just tap into the note of, do I actually, in fact, see you having a future husband? And the foundational energy of my cards, I've got the 10 of Cups, and it has come up upright. So I am, in fact, seeing a future husband in the cards for you, my dear, if that's not too cliche to say. The first card I have down here is the Magician. So how he will appear to you does seem to be very driven, very career-oriented, potentially owns their own business, or at the very least has some sort of side hustle or thing going on their own. They do seem to be, I'll say, educated, yes, but the big thing coming forward is really quite experienced in the line of work that they do and very passionate about it. The thing with these types of individuals is, at the beginning, or as you meet them, it may be difficult to navigate the beginning phases of that relationship, because while they will be excited about you and excited about the new love there, when a person is this busy, they may not be able to give you the time of day that you are really looking for as much as possible. So Love says, I love intelligent men. Absolutely. Who doesn't? So certainly we've got that go-getter energy. And it doesn't seem to me that you meet them necessarily at work yourself, but one of the key defining parts of their personality does seem to be their work. So that is all I've got time for you there, my dear, but thank you so much for your question. I do really appreciate it. I hope that was helpful, and keep looking for that right person. I do honestly see that marriage out there for you. So beautiful. All right, game time, guys. We have got our first game of the night going, and if you are new, or if you if you're a returning individual, you will know the game we're about to play. Love says, awesome. Thank you so much, darling. You are so very welcome. So The game we are about to play is Guess the Playing Card. So, before the show started, I drew a playing card and I shuffled it to the folks in the back and let them know what card it was that we were looking for. And if you would like to win a reading with me now, I would like everyone to try and guess what playing card it was that I drew before the show started. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the emoji game just for a moment, and I will open the gates to ask what playing card it was that you thought I drew before the show started tonight. So the structure of the playing card deck, we've got diamonds, we've got clubs, we've got spades, and we've got hearts. So what I need you to do is guess both the number or the suit, or I'll say, or the court card and the suit that you would like to guess. So if you're guessing, you know, the 7 of clubs or the 9 of hearts, whatever card you would like to guess, please make sure you are guessing either include both the suit and the court card in your guess. So the court cards in the playing card deck, I'll just mention because it's separate from the tarot deck. We have the Jack, we have the Queen, and we have the King. So only the 3 court cards in each suit, as opposed to in the tarot, of course, we have 4. So let's see those beautiful guesses. I am so excited. I hope that we catch a winner. We do have the timer set in the back, and it will cut us off if we don't find a winner in time. But I hope we can find it. I always say too, you can use this as an intuitive exercise. You know, if you close your eyes. Are you getting black? Are you getting red? Are you seeing a number? Are you getting high number? Are you getting low number? Are you getting a face? If you're not getting anything intuitively, you can just type as fast as you'd like. There is no limit to how many guesses that you may guess. So let's see those guesses fly. I'm very excited, and I do hope we will catch ourselves a wonderful winner here tonight. I will also quickly take this opportunity to say, if you've got a reading tonight, either from myself or at any point throughout the week from any of our wonderful readers, we would love it if you would leave us a review. So you can head on over to journeyryanlive.com//reviews, and you can leave a review there for the reader of your choice, the reader that you got a reading from. And it's another way that you can help support our show. We love to hear your feedback. We love to know how our readings are hitting for everyone. And it's nice because a lot of times you are available on the show and we can have some back and forth. But if you weren't able to chat while you were getting your reading, the review line is a beautiful way to get back in touch with your readers. Awesome. I don't think we've seen it yet, but we're having a wonderful flood of guesses coming in here. I am hopeful that we will find it here tonight. I will also, oh, there it is, Love. Congratulations, Love, my dear. You have won the Guess the Playing card, and this is not the first time that you have guessed the playing card. So, Love, you are really good at this. Congratulations, my dear. I do really appreciate everyone who has put their beautiful guesses in here tonight. So, thanks everybody for doing that. Love says, "Wow, I had a feeling it was a 4." Nice. See, there you go. And Love, congratulations. Excellent job on tuning into that one as well. So, Love, my dear, how this one works, I've got the beautiful, what deck is this? No, this is not the Sacred Travelers. This is the Nature's Whispers Oracle, and I will go ahead and lay cards for you from this beautiful deck. If you have an area of life you'd like this to apply to, do let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and lay a couple cards for you and see what the message is from the beautiful Nature's Whisper Oracle here tonight for our winner. Congratulations again. That's awesome. I love that you had felt it was a 4. All right, my dear. So the very first card I have down here, it says amplify your positive emotions. It's a beautiful card, and it's this young person looking into the water and seeing the reflection. Love says love, please, lol. Awesome. So amplify your positive emotions. So talking about this particularly in the relation to love is to it's funny because your name on here is also Love, but love as a topic, not love as the person. Amplify your positive emotions. So in the space of your love life, this is really asking you to pay a lot more attention to your own energy that you are putting out and how you are presenting yourself in these situations where you could be finding that next right person. Amplifying your positive emotions is really saying, how is it that you can put your best foot forward authentically? She says, yes, my heart chakra. Absolutely. So with this, I want to make sure that this isn't coming across as like, cover up negative emotions with fake positive emotions. Absolutely nothing like that. We don't do any of that sort of thing here on this channel by any means. But it's really saying, like, in a very authentic way, what you can do to I don't like the term raise your vibration. I don't use that term, but it came to me in this moment. What you can do to really show up with more love in your heart, with more pep in your step, with more positivity, what you can do to amplify your positive emotions so that you can have a better level of connection with someone that could be the right person for you. Because with that card showing up, is there may be an existing block to finding someone at this point in time. So if you find that your emotional energy is low, or you're not you're for one reason or another, your positive emotions have been hard to summon, really try and focus that back in on yourself to find that next person. And the next card I have here is adventure, which is wonderful as well. So in relation to, we've got you amplifying your positive emotions, and we have adventure here. So this card does really point to travel in many senses. So not necessarily that I'm seeing you finding the person during a travel, although that is a possibility. It's just combining the whole mindset of how you prepare for a trip. I feel like travel, where we have amplifying the positive emotion, it's just including, she said, very correct. Yeah, thank you. So amplify, like the light that comes up within you, the positive emotions that you experience when you're planning a trip, when you're on the trip. I feel as though travel will really play a big role as well in your love life going forward. So that is what I've got for you there, my dear. Amplify those positive emotions and seek out adventure. This is, neither of these cards speak to comfort zone, falling back into type things. So push yourself, always be safe and do what you need, but do what you can to stay very positive and push the boundaries of your adventure going forward. So thank you very much, my dear. I am super excited for you. And thank you everyone who played the beautiful Guess the Playing Card game. Love says, yes, I plan to move around this year more, also for work. Excellent. Wonderful. Hooray for trips and travel in 2024. All right, guys, we're going to keep this moving right along here. I will pick this deck would like to come out to play. I'm going to go ahead and take this deck, and I'll take my next question, please. All right, we have Onimusha. Forgive me, I'm going to call you O, my dear. So for O, it says, should I stay or should I sail the world from Olympia, Washington? Or WA, I believe that's Washington. So should I stay or should I sail the world? All right, this is exciting. Let's take a look at what I see for you there, my dear. Should you stay? I'm going to lay some cards on both sides of that question. So how does it look if you stay? And how it looks if you end up sailing the world. Oh, very different options. Although where you're asking about staying, it doesn't really look like one option is not doing anything and one option is sailing the world. It looks like you'll just do something else, or you'll go somewhere else where you're asking about staying. So the first card I have down here on the staying side is moment to moment, followed by the card of comparison. So what I want to say with that is make sure whatever it is that you are deciding to do, that you're actually like, do you really want to do this thing? Or are you doing it to impress someone else, to fulfill something that you may have wanted at a different point, and it's maybe not what you want right now? Is it that you want to live? O says, thank you. You're welcome. With that card of comparison, like, are you authentically wanting to do the thing that you are setting out to do? That is on the staying side. So making sure that you are actually orienting your decisions based on where you want to go. On the side of sailing the world, we have the card of change that's come up in reverse, as well as this card of intensity, which is quite energetic and very exciting. So it does look like this option, or the idea of sailing, looks very well planned out and very, exactly sort of where you would want to go. You'd be very excited to go ahead and do that. With that change card in reverse, it almost feels, if you choose to go that path, the timeline seems to be delayed of some sort. It doesn't seem to go down either as seamlessly. So, my dear, that is what I have time for you there, and I hope that was helpful for you. Good luck on your path forward and where you choose to travel next. I'm loving this tonight, guys. We were just talking before the show started about like what types of readings as readers we like to do. Travel. I had not really thrown that one into the conversation. Travel readings are very exciting. I mean, I really enjoy all types of readings. We were talking about that as well. You know, I really love readings and career readings and travel readings and all sorts of readings. And that's one of the reasons why this show is so fantastic. So I have all of your beautiful questions to read on here throughout the show. And it's great because I get a little bit of everything and we get to see whatever it is that's weighing on your heart tonight. All right. Okay, guys, we are cruising right along. Where's my next deck? I will go ahead and... Ooh, folks, here we are. We are at the time of the show where I will be taking yes or no questions. So for the next 3 minutes, I will answer as many yes or no questions as I can. You can ask as many questions as you like. They must follow my rules: no legal, no physical health, or health-related readings, and no mediumship readings. So any questions in that nature will be skipped, or I will pass over them. So make sure you're following the rules and you are asking any yes/no questions. I can't provide more information. I can't provide timelines, detail, nothing. All I can say is yes, no, and undetermined. And if I say undetermined, there's a million and one reasons why I would say undetermined, but typically I'm not seeing it really faded one way or another, or there's so many things that are at play that a yes or a no would reduce the question. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit, darling. So anywho, and O says, thank you, or very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. Oh, you are very welcome, my dear. Thank you for your question. So guys, let's see those yes or no questions. As soon as we get started, the clock will get going. And then I will be able to read for as many yes/no questions as I can over the next couple of minutes. So you can ask, like I said, as many as you like. Let's see those yes/no questions. I'm here to answer whatever is weighing on your heart. And I'm excited to see what beautiful questions we have in this game tonight. So Love says, will I have a positive result with the soul retrieval? No. Kat says, will I hear from Jay this semester? Yes. Jenny says, I reached out to my daughter not too long ago and she blocked me. All I can say is I tried. Does she want me to leave her alone? Undetermined. Love says, does Francis still live in my city? No. Kat says, is Jay happy with his marriage? Yes. Love says, does S try to dominate me? Undetermined. Alexa says, will I have another child? Sorry, my dear, I can't do pregnancy predictions on the show. Alexa says, will Matthew contact me soon? Undetermined. Kat says, does Jay want commitment? Yes. Love says, will I take the new courses? Undetermined. So tough. Squirrel says, will my mom let me order her a new bed soon? Oh. Yes. Squirrel says, will I be able to get a storage unit? Yes. Jasmine says, does he miss me? Yes. O says, do I have a true twin flame that I have met energetically? Undetermined. Squirrel says, should we get a storage unit to put in the yard? Yes. Jasmine says, does he want a relationship with me? No. Jasmine says, will I meet my future life partner this year? Undetermined. Love says, should I go to the mineral show in March? Yes. Squirrel says, does Paul need extra cuddles? Paul need extra cuddles. Yes, he does. O says, do I have a true twin flame that I have met energetically but not in 3D? No. Alexa says, will I get a new car soon? Yes. All right. I believe that is the end of our game. Nope. Here we go. We've got another one. Jasmine says, will we get into a relationship this year? No. Squirrel says, am I stressing unneedfully? Yes. That is always a good time, and that always goes by so quick. But thank you everyone for the beautiful yes or no questions. I hope that was helpful. It is very tricky, and I will say this disclaimer at the end because that is a very quick connection to your question. If I said yes or if I said no, of course, our own free will can always change a particular situation or circumstance. And while we can't always have other people do exactly what we want them to do, we do not have control over anyone but ourselves. Keep that one in mind. Our own actions really do impact where we are going, what the future holds for us. So do if you got a yes and you wanted a no, or you got a no and wanted a yes, there are certainly ways around that. But what those readings really do is they're showing you the most likely trajectory on the path that you're currently taking. So, you can, much like, have you ever watched, this is why readings can be so very interesting. Have you ever seen where they've got like on hockey games and they will have someone who tries to shoot a puck across the ice and score a goal, and because you're so far away, every tiny little degree of difference, it's going to just amplify as far as it goes across the ice. So even the smallest little error and you're going to miss the net because you're so far away. Well, consider that about your future, right? All of these little changes that we make really do put us on a different path or a different trajectory, and we can end up light years away from where we may have been at any other given point. But it was just by making that tiny little change one way or the other. So that's one thing I like to keep in mind as well, just to throw this in here. This time of year, it being, New Year's, and it being the time a lot of folks will make resolutions for who they want to be. Some of the best things that you can do is make these small, sustainable changes in your life, and they will just compound and continue to pay back for years to come, as opposed to necessarily just trying to entirely reinvent who you are, which can be a tricky thing. Not impossible. I'm not going to dissuade anybody from doing anything they want to do. But these little things, these little bits that you can do better. Drink a little bit more water, move a little bit more, read a little bit more, learn a new skill slowly, one page at a time. Whatever it is you want to do, if you can make it bite-sized and you can make it manageable, you may have better luck. So that is enough of that, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm so excited to continue on with the readings. Let's see who we have got next on our beautiful list here tonight. We have got Kat. Hello, Kat. Kat says, how will my class go with Lena's this semester? Will I do good? I just started yesterday, and I'm more worried about this class because her ratings are that good. So how will your class go this semester, and will it do well, with the concern that the ratings are not good for this particular course? Okay, let's take a look, my dear. How is this class going to go that you're asking about? Okay. Here's what I want to say. It sounds so damn cheesy, but I'm going to just throw it out there. It's not going to be easy, but it is going to be worth it. The foundational energy I have on this reading, and I can't sugarcoat this one for you, my dear, is card of stress. We have this monkey here who is holding a very pointy object and a big bubble, while this person on top is trying to dance and play a trumpet and juggle candles and just stress, right? It's going to be a lot of work where you've asked that this person has, or you've said that they have bad reviews. I want to say that they're very tough. They have very high expectations, and not everybody can really put up with the rate that this class moves forward. The other cards here, that was my foundational energy card. I have the card of breakthrough. So it does feel like for some reason this is a class that you do need to take, and there is information in here that will alter the course of where you are going. It's either something it's a course requirement or a program requirement, but there is a necessity component to it that needs to be fulfilled. The final two cards I have honestly look quite good. I have a card of the source and the card of new vision, both beautiful, successful cards. So where I see this going, and you did ask how you would end up doing, and like I said, I can't jump over the fact that it's going to be stressful and quite a lot of work. The demand of this particular course trivial. But that is what I can see for you there, my dear, heading into this class. I do wish you good luck. I really wish you all the best. Continue to do what you can. And I said that at the beginning of that reading, and I try not to say cliche things often, but sometimes, you know, they are these things that we have in our society for a reason, because they make a whole lot of sense. So keep that in mind as well, folks. Just because it's not easy doesn't, of course, doesn't mean that it won't be worth it. So anyways, that is what I have got on that front there, guys. As we are continuing along, I'll just mention as well, the donation link is open if you're interested in jumping the line, or if you're interested in getting a longer reading, a bit more detailed reading on whatever topic you would like to discuss here tonight, as long as it's within my boundaries of what I will read on, my dears. And we are doing a donation. $1 of every donation is going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital this month. So we do pass on the love. But yes, I will grab this deck here, and do please like wherever you're watching this particular video. Do the little thumbs up, do the little heart. We love the love. And I'll go ahead and take my next question. Who have we got here on my list tonight? We have Emma. Hi, Emma. Emma says, does Joe think about anything happening with us, please? Awesome, my dear. Let's take a look what I am seeing there. And I'm assuming I'm going to that Joe, when you're saying asking about anything to happen, this feels as though it is a love-related romantic interest. But I will go ahead and take a look at what he's thinking, and if there's any expectation on his front that something will happen between the two of you. There we go. Okay. Interesting. This is quite interesting. So looking at his perspective and his side of things, I do feel as though he values you as an individual and as a person. But there is a block up there in terms of what he thinks is possible between the two of you. I keep getting the sense that something about you or him, I'm getting the words like off limits. Like for some reason, this connection is strained, or it seems to be like there's somebody else in the picture. I don't know if that's on your side or on their side, but there is a recognition of your value as an individual, I will say, but it seems quite closed off. Like there's not a potential for it to move. It's not unencumbered. It seems to me, honestly, like there's someone else involved. There's a third party that is impacting the situation, but it seems as though from his perspective that there's not a ton of future in the relationship between the two of you at this time. And it does, honestly, with the foundational energy here being the Four of Wands reversed, like there is either a sadness or a mourning surrounding that. It feels like it's not that he wouldn't necessarily like there to be something that could transpire between the two of you, but like I said, there's some closed door, hidden aspect. We can't make this connection happen. So it's almost like you two just exist. I'm so sorry, my dear. I have run out of time, but that is what I have got for you there initially. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you very much for your question, and I do wish you good luck moving forward with that situation. All right, guys, we are just cruising here right along. I will mention as well, do please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Head on over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection, and we've got, like I said, tons of content that comes out every single day. We've got your card of the day, we've got spirit messages, we've got numerology, we've got crystals, we've got the new Alice short that's coming out every day, we've got angel numbers. Any way that you would like to connect every single day, you can get your messages over there. When we're not doing our live shows, which is weeknights from Monday through Thursday, we've got multiple shows a night. So do check us out. And if you are subscribed to our channel, you can get notified when our shows are live and when you can hop in and join us for some wonderful readings. All right, we're going to cruise right along here. I will go ahead and take my next question, please. This deck would like to come out and play. It's always very fun getting to pick which deck I want to pull for the readings. So we have Audrey. Hello, Audrey. Audrey says, hi, will I find out any news that breaks up my relationship with Wes? I'm just discovering things I'm not happy with. Thanks. All right, my dear. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's take a look at what's going on and seeing if any news is coming up that you will find out that has the potential or possibility to break up your connection with Wes. Let's see what I've got for you, my dear. So, okay. Where you're finding certain things out, it feels kind of twofold. It's almost like certain things are, I will say, confirming suspicions or concerns that you maybe had, but really didn't expect to be a reality. At the same time, the first card I have down here is the card of nothingness, and it's come up in reverse. So it seems to be almost a balancing act, I would say, of things you're finding out that are not even what you had suspected initially, as well as things that are, it feels like a confirmation of what you were worried about and what you were already concerned about. I have the card of mind here that has come up, as well as the card of totality. So it feels that there is certainly a gap in your connection right now, and you can see these two people are really reaching for each other, but they don't actually have their hands connected, but there is a space and a gap there, where you've asked if that is enough information to, if you're going to find out news that would break up your connection. I have the card of abundance that's come up in reverse, so I can't say, honestly, what I'm seeing is what you are finding out will really have, at least in the short term here, a negative impact on the connection between the two of you. But what I'm seeing here is not showing information that will break you up in the short term here. It really feels more bruised. It feels that is what I am seeing for you initially on the matter there, my dear. But I really wish you good luck, and I hope that hope you can find what you need at this time as you're working through that situation. So my heart goes out to you, my dear. Guys, we are back. Guys, here we are. We have the emoji contest winner, and Love, congratulations, Love, my dear. You have won the emoji contest. Love, look at this. That is 2 in 1 night. Our winner of the Guess the Playing Card game, and our winner of the emoji contest. Love, thank you so much for your support, for sending all of the beautiful emojis. There was a lot of gorgeous emojis coming through there, but Love has been the one who sent the most here tonight. Love says, thank you. If possible, to receive a general, please. Thank you. Perfect. All right, my dear. So, Love, you have been around. You know how this one works, but I am back with my ridiculous deck here tonight. So, folks, if you have not seen this deck, it was one that I used on the last season of the show, and I had put it into retirement, but I pulled it back out because it's entertaining, and Squirrel enjoys it as well. So I am going to go ahead and shuffle this deck and see what message I have for you. And guys, when you win a reading on the show, it's the only time I will offer to do a general message. So Love is laughing at the ridiculous deck. The cards in this deck can be quite something, but the messages that come out of it can be something else. So let's take a look, Love, at what I have for you. What is the message for you from the ridiculous deck at this time? Oh, no way. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. This deck is so wild. Love says this deck is savage. Yeah. Yes, it certainly can be, and it takes no prisoners at all. The very first card we have, to my understanding, is one of Squirrel's favorite cards. I don't know if it is or not, but this is the card of the inverted squirrel. Okay, and then the second card, this is the late night show, so I do have to just say what I'm seeing here. This card says, I have no fucking clue. And then we have the card of vengeance here, which is a heart on a heart with arms on a skateboard and a couple of knives in hands. So where am I going with this? What do I want to say? So the inverted squirrel, this is really talking about, I will say, it actually goes pretty well with the I have no fucking clue card. It's speaking to a sense of feeling, I would say, lost, discombobulated, turned on your head, feeling like there's almost like an exciting level of possibilities for your future and where you're going, but also not feeling that there is necessarily a concrete path or a concrete thing below your feet that you can really, I will say, lean on. Love says, I had a dream a few days ago with a squirrel. I was feeding him. Okay, that's fascinating because this particular squirrel is eating a worm. And I don't know, squirrel, if you're here, do squirrels eat worms? I don't know if they do. They might. If not, that's an interesting snack. But we also have here, it's almost like it has turned into this creature who is now breathing fire. Love says, yes, too much to do, and I am procrastinating. And Squirrel says, no, they do not. Thank you very much. All right, so I appreciate that a whole lot, because it does seem as though there is some level of ingestion, something that you are consuming, whether this is content, whether this is, and that doesn't necessarily seem to be like nutritional wise, but it could be something that you are consuming, that you are taking in, that is really not helping with your level of orientation. You are continuing to confuse yourself more by trying to force something that you shouldn't be eating in the first place, my dear. But I like the idea that we've gone from really being ungrounded and not having your feet on the ground to moving to a space where at least this creature doesn't have a clue. They have 6 legs on the ground and are now breathing fire and have pushed and rejected this particular thing out. Love says, lol, I ate pizza 2 days in a row. I mean, we have those moments. I love me some pizza as well. This seems to be more, I will say, consumption of things that you are confusing you, that really aren't helping you understand your path and where it is that you're going. Like I said, once you stop taking this stuff in, whether you're reading things that are just confusing you or not understanding. It's not that you're not understanding, but it's like the things that you are taking in aren't helping lead you to where you're wanting to go. Love says, I had cut down carbs and suddenly craved pizza. I get it. I understand. And she says, yes, my overthinking too. For sure. So the last card, and I do like this because it's kind of coming out of this disoriented state. And now at least we're being driven by the heart. It's interesting that we've already talked about the heart chakra and your emotional positivity moving forward from the earlier reading tonight, but now we have the heart that is moving on a skateboard and is vengeance. At least for me, it's showing a much more direct level of, okay, the heart is actually leading where I want to go. This can be heart health related things, not touch and health topics, but I will say just overall well-being and overall health of yourself, as well as moving with more determination and more focus and perhaps a bit more determination, yes, but like it's like that what fuels vengeance, right? Like when the heart is the one that is on the skateboard, it's like it feels much more unstoppable and it feels very emotionally driven, but there's a passion behind it that is pushing the thing forward. So that is sort of what I want to sum up for your message, my dears. There's a call or a need to watch your consumption of things that are confusing you or are taking you on the wrong path, so you can get a bit more reoriented with yourself, get more of your feet on the ground, reject some things that are not taking you where you want them to go, and moving forward with more determination and more focus from a more heart-centered place and a more heart-centered space, my dear. So that is what I have got for you for the general reading from said ridiculous deck here tonight. But thank you, everyone, for all of your beautiful emojis, and congratulations, love, again, for winning the emoji contest here tonight. Wonderful. We're going to keep this moving along. I'm so excited. We'll see who is next on our beautiful list here tonight. Who is our next question? We have Alexa. Hi, Alexa. Alexa says, hello, beautiful Cassidy. Oh, hello. She says, do you see me finding love soon? All right, my dear. Let's take a look at what I can see for you. Do I see you finding a love relationship, finding love soon? All right. See you finding love soon. There we go. Okay, so, alrighty. Do I see you finding love? The soon part is holding me up a little bit, to be all the way honest with you, but I do actually see a rather wonderful individual a little bit later on down the line. But okay, so the first card I have here is maturity, and we have this beautiful figure here surrounded by flowers and all sorts of colors. So it feels like with where you're at right now, where you're heading, you've really taken the time to either heal from sort of past things that were steering you in the wrong direction of relationship, or at the very least just maturing into what it is that you want for yourself. There's almost like an admitting of yourself here, and admitting what it is you're looking for and what your needs are, and really maturing into that for yourself, having a better and clearer understanding of who it would be that you're looking for. It seems like this person is got this wall around them, which is quite nice, where it's like, okay, we're not entertaining certain levels of BS, which is wonderful. Keep those particular walls up. I will not say anything in your particular situation about changing your standards in this front. The second card I have here is flowering in reverse. So that's almost where I want to just combat and make sure that it's not a warning, but just make sure here to say, like, to not of course, like, dim yourself or to settle for certain things that really aren't negotiable in a relationship context. Because how I see this playing out is when you said, will I find love soon? It's almost like there's someone that needs to come along that's not right at first. So that is what I have got time for you there, my dear. Thank you so much for your question. I hope that was helpful. Good luck to you. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Just a little bit more time, my dear. So thank you for your question. Guys, we are here. We are at the last question of the night. I cannot believe how quick this hour has gone by. But I will take a look. Who have we got as the last question of the evening here tonight? Let's take a look. Love says you nailed it. Thank you, Cassidy. Oh, you are very welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for that beautiful feedback. All right, so we have got Paul Brown. Paul says, will I find love soon, please? And thank you. All right, my dear. Cool. All right, we've got that's almost it, like exactly how the last question was worded on the topic. I love it. All right. So for Paul, let's see, will you find love soon? What do we have to say for you? All right. Okay, my dear. So there are really some things I think you need to work on and work through to not just energetically open yourself up to the next person, but to, I would say, put yourself in the right mind frame and put yourself in the right mindset, space, feeling wise, to really jump into a relationship, the next loving relationship that we have. The first card I have down here is the Rebel in reverse, and it's come up with the card of clinging to the past in reverse. So there seems to be some degree of that clinging to the past, that not moving on past something or holding on to something you've picked up surrounding love. It doesn't necessarily have to be an influence from a particular connection, but how you manage relationships that needs to be worked on and worked through. And with that Rebel card there, it feels as though it's not something unknown to you. That there is an active working on this particular thing. But with that card of clinging to the past, it is coming up in reverse. So I want to say it does seem like you are doing the work to shuffle those things out, but it's not quite past yet with seeing that card there. And actually the card of maturity, similar to the last reading, that's come up in reverse here as well. So what this is showing to more is like you moving into a space of getting much clearer with what you want, who it is that you want to be in the next relationship with, and also opening yourself up in a way that would be required for you to find the type of love that you're looking for. The card I have here on the bottom of my deck is the card of exhaustion in reverse. So it feels like there hasn't really been satisfaction you're looking for at this moment in this arena. So that is all I have time for you there, my dear, but I do hope that was helpful. Thank you very much for your question, and certainly good luck to you. Keep up the work that you are doing. Guys, we have reached the end of the show. It comes by so fast. That hour always goes by in an absolute jiffy. But thank every single one of you for being here tonight. I loved seeing the emojis. I loved hearing where people would like to travel or where they have traveled to. It's always great to interact with everyone, and beautiful questions here tonight. I'm very honored to be able to have read for each and every one of you. So my show, this is Cassidy the Cardslinger show. It's on every Thursday night. This is 7 o'clock Pacific time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern time, and I will be back here next week. But in the meantime, make sure you're subscribed over on our YouTube channel at My Psychic Connection, and you can follow all of our beautiful daily content, as well as between now and the next shows. If you're interested in one-on-one readings, you can head on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com, and your first 3 minutes are free over there. So if you're interested in a reading while there's not a show going on, you can check us out over there. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their evening or a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and have a wonderful weekend ahead. We are midway through January. I can't believe how fast this year is just coming in with a vengeance. But nevertheless, have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. Thanks for joining us, and I will see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.